The age of distraction. We live in a world consumed by distractions. Our phones buzz incessantly with notifications. Emails pile up faster than we can delete them. And open offices, designed for collaboration, often morph into echo chambers of shallow work. Think about your own workday. How often do you find yourself pulled away from a challenging task by the siren song of your inbox or the allure of social media? This constant task switching, while seemingly harmless, comes at a price. It prevents us from engaging in the kind of deep, focused work that leads to real breakthroughs. This is the age of distraction, a time when our attention is constantly under siege. Chapter 2. The value of deep work. It's a path that requires us to reclaim our focus, silence the noise, and dive deep into the work that truly matters. This is the power of deep work. It's a commitment to focus, a rejection of the shallow, and a declaration that you're here to do something meaningful. Are you ready to break free from the shackles of distraction and unleash your true potential? Chapter 3. The power of focus. Chapter 4. The digital chains that bind us. Our digital devices, for all their wonders, have become chains that bind us to a world of shallow work. Smartphones, once tools of convenience, now rule our lives with an iron fist. Every notification, every like, every ping of a message is a demand for our immediate attention. We've become slaves to the very devices that promise to set us free. The constant barrage of emails, text messages, and social media updates keeps us tethered to the shallow end of the productivity pool. We wade through a never-ending stream of trivial information, our minds constantly pulled in 1,000 directions. This isn't true connection. It's digital noise masquerading as productivity. Our brains, bombarded by this digital deluge, become fragmented. Our attention spans whittle down to the length of a tweet. We're losing the ability to think deeply, to focus for extended periods, to lose ourselves in the flow of challenging work. We're so accustomed to the constant stimulation that silence has become unbearable. This addiction to distraction is rewiring our brains, making it harder than ever to engage in the kind of deep work that leads to real progress and fulfillment. Pause 7's Chapter 5. The Open Office Paradox. Chapter 6. The Illusion of Multitasking. Chapter 7. The Shallow Work Epidemic. Chapter 8. The Urgency Trap. Chapter 9. Masters of Concentration, Exemplars of Deep Work. In a world increasingly seduced by the allure of the shallow, there exist those who stand apart. These are the masters of concentration, individuals who have harnessed the power of deep work to achieve extraordinary things. They understand that true productivity is not about checking off endless to-dos, but about focusing intently on the work that truly matters. These exemplars of deep work come from all walks of life, but they share a common trait, an unwavering commitment to solitude and focused concentration. They carve out time in their schedules, often at the expense of social engagements, to disappear into their work, and it is in these periods of deep immersion that the magic happens. Think about the groundbreaking discoveries, the captivating novels, the revolutionary inventions that have shaped our world. Behind each of these achievements lies countless hours of deep, focused work. Carl Jung, the renowned psychiatrist, retreated to a secluded tower in the Swiss Alps to delve into the depths of the human psyche. Bill Gates, the visionary behind Microsoft, famously isolated himself for weeks at a time to think deeply about the future of technology. Chapter 10, Carl Jung. Finding clarity in the Swiss Alps. Imagine a rugged stone tower rising from the shores of a pristine lake. This was no ordinary dwelling. It was a sanctuary for the mind. Jung built this tower to disconnect from the world and reconnect with his mind. Inside, a simple bed, a desk overlooking the lake, and walls lined with books. It was here that Jung produced some of his most groundbreaking work. Bill Gates. Chapter 11, Think Weeks, Seeding the Future of Microsoft. Bill Gates' Think Weeks have become legendary. Twice a year, he would retreat to a secluded cabin with stacks of papers. These were intense periods of deep work, dedicated to thinking about the future. Gates understood the need for deep strategic reflection. He instituted Think Weeks to disconnect and focus on the big picture. During these weeks, he read, wrote, and thought deeply about various topics. The ideas generated helped shape the future of Microsoft. Chapter 12, Solitude and Deep Work. Carl Jung and Bill Gates share a common thread: the power of solitude and deep work. They recognize the importance of disconnecting to connect deeply with their minds. Solitude has become almost a radical act. We are bombarded with messages to stay connected. In this pursuit, we risk losing the ability to think deeply. Deep work is about creating space for true focus. Chapter 13, Embracing Your Own Deep Work Rituals. Carl Jung and Bill Gates show us how to integrate deep work into our lives. Create your own rituals and routines to foster focus. Identify your most alert times and protect them. Turn off distractions and find a quiet space. Create a deep work sanctuary. Surround yourself with inspiration and eliminate distractions. Be patient. Deep work takes time to develop. Chapter 14. Deep work isn't just about logging hours. It's about multiplying your output. You enter a state of heightened focus, where your mind becomes a laser beam of pure productivity. In this state, you're not just working harder, you're working smarter. Deep work channels all your energy into a powerful stream of productivity. You enter a state of flow where time seems to melt away. Chapter 15. In a world that increasingly values speed and efficiency, deep work is our secret weapon for tackling complex challenges. It's the training ground for the skills that matter most in the 21st century: critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. These skills can't be developed by skimming through articles or multitasking between meetings. They require deep, focused effort over extended periods. Think about any skill you've ever truly mastered, whether it's playing a musical instrument, writing code, or speaking a foreign language. The path to mastery is paved with countless hours of deep work, of pushing past frustration, of embracing the struggle. It's in those moments when you're fully immersed in the challenge, when you're willing to wrestle with complexity, that true learning and growth occur. Deep work rewires our brains, strengthening our ability to focus, process information, and make connections. It's like building mental muscle. The more we engage in deep work, the more capable we become of tackling increasingly complex challenges. And in a world where complexity is only increasing, this ability to grapple with the difficult and the unknown is more valuable than ever. The ability to concentrate deeply, to think critically, and to communicate complex ideas clearly are the hallmarks of true mastery. Chapter 16. In a culture obsessed with metrics and output, it's easy to fall into the trap of valuing quantity over quality. We measure our productivity by the number of emails sent, the meetings attended, the tasks checked off our to-do lists. But deep work challenges us to redefine productivity, to focus not just on how much we do, but on the quality of what we produce. When you work deeply, you're not just churning out work, you're crafting something of value. You're taking the time to think deeply, to research thoroughly, to revise and refine until your work meets the highest standards. This commitment to quality is evident in every aspect of your output, from the clarity of your writing to the elegance of your code. In a world saturated with mediocrity, quality stands out. Deep work is the antidote to the shallow, the superficial, and the forgettable. It's about creating work that matters, work that makes a difference, work that stands the test of time. Think about the books, the articles, the products, the ideas that have had the most profound impact on your life. Chances are they were the result of deep work, of someone pouring their heart and soul into creating something truly exceptional. Chapter 17. The Shallow Work Treadmill. Why busyness isn't productivity. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness. We wear our packed schedules and overflowing inboxes like badges of honor, believing that the more we do, the more valuable we are. But this relentless pursuit of busyness is a trap, a shallow work treadmill that keeps us running in circles without ever really getting anywhere. Shallow work, with its constant distractions and interruptions, is the enemy of true productivity. It fragments our attention, drains our energy, and leaves us feeling scattered and unfulfilled. We become slaves to the urgent, reacting to emails, attending pointless meetings, and checking off an endless stream of trivial tasks. The irony is that this constant busyness often makes us feel like we're accomplishing a lot, when in reality, we're just spinning our wheels. We mistake activity for achievement, motion for progress. And in the process, we sacrifice the time and energy we need to do the kind of deep, focused work that truly matters. It's time to break free from the shallow work treadmill and reclaim our time and attention. It's time to stop glorifying busyness and start prioritizing the work that truly matters. It's time to embrace deep work and unlock our full potential. Chapter 18. Breaking Free from the Shallow. A call to deep work. The world is calling for deep work. A world drowning in distractions, starved for focus, and hungry for meaning. It's a call to reclaim our attention, to rediscover the power of concentration, and to create work that matters. It's a call to break free from the shallow and dive deep into the work that truly inspires us. This isn't about becoming a hermit or abandoning the world. It's about making conscious choices about how we spend our time and attention. It's about creating boundaries, setting priorities, and saying no to the distractions that pull us away from our most important work. Deep work is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the key to unlocking our full potential, both professionally and personally. It's the path to creating work that matters, to experiencing the flow state, and to living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The journey to deep work begins with a single, conscious choice to choose focus over distraction, to choose depth over shallowness, to choose to create something of meaning. The world needs your deep work. Are you ready to answer the call? Chapter 19, The Deep Work Advantage. A recap. Deep work is not just another productivity hack. It's a fundamental shift in how we approach work and life. It's about reclaiming our attention and sharpening our focus. Shallow work keeps us tethered to the superficial, leaving us drained and unfulfilled. Deep work is about diving into challenging tasks and emerging with valuable output and satisfaction. Chapter 20, Embracing the Deep Work Mindset. Deep work is not a switch you can turn on and off at will. It's a deliberate choice, a commitment you make to prioritize focus and concentration in a world designed to distract you. It's about cultivating a deep work mindset, an internal compass that guides you towards activities that demand your full cognitive capacity. This mindset shift requires a conscious effort to resist the allure of the shallow. It means questioning the glorification of busyness, the endless notifications, and the fear of missing out that pervades our always connected culture. It's about recognizing that true productivity comes not from doing more, but from doing what matters, and doing it with unwavering focus. Embracing the deep work mindset also means being protective of your time and attention. It means learning to say no to commitments that fragment your focus and yes to activities that allow you to dive deep. It's about setting boundaries, creating rituals, and designing your environment to minimize distractions and maximize concentration. Remember, you are not a slave to the whims of your inbox or the demands of a notification-obsessed world. You have the power to choose how you spend your most valuable resources, your time and attention. Choose deep work. Chapter 21, Practical Strategies for Everyday Deep Work. Now that we've established the importance of the deep work mindset, let's explore some practical strategies for integrating deep work into our everyday lives. Remember, deep work is not an all-or-nothing proposition. It's about finding what works for you and building sustainable habits. Start by scheduling dedicated blocks of time for deep work. Treat these blocks as sacred appointments, just like you would a meeting with a client or a doctor's visit. During these blocks, eliminate all distractions, turn off your phone, close your email, and find a quiet space where you can truly focus. Experiment with different deep work rituals to find what works best for you. Some people find that listening to instrumental music or white noise helps them concentrate, while others prefer complete silence. The key is to create an environment that signals to your brain that it's time to focus. Don't forget the importance of rest and rejuvenation. Deep work is mentally demanding, and it's essential to give your brain regular breaks to recharge. Step away from your work, engage in activities that you enjoy, and return to your deep work sessions feeling refreshed and refocused. Chapter 22: Thriving in the Age of Distraction. Living in the age of distraction is not a life sentenced to shallow work and unfulfilled potential. By embracing the principles of deep work, we can not only survive but thrive in this increasingly noisy and demanding world. We can reclaim our attention, sharpen our focus, and produce work that truly matters. Deep work is not just about productivity. It's about living a more intentional and fulfilling life. It's about choosing to focus on what matters most, to engage deeply with our work and our passions, and to create something of lasting value. When we prioritize deep work, we not only improve the quality of our individual output, but we also contribute to a more focused and productive world. We inspire others to do the same, to break free from the shallow work treadmill, and to rediscover the power of focused concentration. Imagine a world where deep work is the norm, where people value focus and concentration, where distractions are kept at bay, and where meaningful work is celebrated. This is the world that deep work can help us create: one focused task, one uninterrupted hour, one deeply engaged mind at a time. Chapter 23: Your Journey to Deep Work Mastery. Your journey to deep work mastery starts now. It starts with a single, conscious choice to prioritize focus, to resist distractions, and to carve out time for the work that truly matters. It will be a journey filled with challenges and setbacks, but the rewards will be well worth the effort. Remember, deep work is a skill that takes time and practice to develop. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and don't be afraid to ask for help along the way. There are countless resources available, from books and articles to online communities and workshops, all dedicated to helping you master the art of deep work. Surround yourself with people who support your commitment to deep work. Share your goals, your challenges, and your successes with others who understand the value of focus and concentration. Together, you can create a community of deep work practitioners, inspiring and encouraging each other along the way. The world needs your deep work. It needs your focus, your creativity, your insights, and your ability to solve complex problems. Embrace the deep work journey and unleash your full potential. The summit awaits.